My name is Jeremy Grove. I am a resident of South Carolina, like right on the Awanda, Mount Pleasant line, so Charleston basically. I served 46 months of a 60-month sentence for marijuana trafficking federally. I started my time at Edgefield Prison April 2nd of 2020. I was incarcerated in the SHU, in the Special Housing Unit, and I was stuck there for 11 months during COVID. So I spent my entire time in COVID in a 6x9 cell. I came out with a 600-page novel handwritten with a security pen held together by paper and deodorant sticks. I say that to say I believe in cannabis. I'm a member of Last Prisoner Project. I don't believe anybody should be in prison for a plant. I come here from the criminal justice and also the giving back to the communities impacted by the war on drugs. It is pathetic in America that we're all a bunch of white people in here talking about shit that we've sent black people to prison for years, to be honest with you. And that's just the truth of the situation. Luckily, because of Last Prisoner Project, they put me on a letter writing program and they gave my story to random people all across the country. Part of my story is that my belief in cannabis comes from my belief that it is a safe alternative to opiates because of my own personal experience. I also was suicidal in college. I was a college baseball player. I was at my wit's end, and my friends who I won a national Bible quiz growing up. I was very much like a good kid, you would say, and my friends, they could see how I was, and they were like, look, man, like, you might call the cops on us, but you should probably try cannabis because you're in a bad place right now. And it changed my life forever. It changed my life for the better until I got arrested for a relatively small amount, and I needed to take drug classes. And so people were like, hey, you know, you can't smoke weed, you're gonna test dirty. Why don't you try like taking a perk on a weekend or something like that? I'm 21 years old. I didn't understand opiates. I didn't understand their dangers. All I thought was if this gets prescribed, it can't be as bad. And that is wrong. The next thing I know, I was doing 3 Oxycontin 80s a day, and I was a complete addict. I was a drug addict, and I got clean. Was completely clean and sober for 18 months, all of that. But really what it comes down to is I believe that cannabis is the safer alternative to opiates when it comes to pain management, when it comes to addiction and all of those things. And that's really what I fight for. So in my bio, they put that was my belief. And so I'd just like to share with you, these are other people, random strangers, who while I was in the SHU in federal prison, wrote me on pieces of paper, took the time out of their lives to tell me that I'm saddened to see yet another person who understands the world of possibilities cannabis can offer medicine. I see it every day, real people with real suffering who find a miracle relief in cannabis. THC and CBD have given me my life back from migraines, horrible, debilitating migraines. I wish I could make people understand all the lost potential of not funding cannabis research facilities. Another one, I think the opiate crisis is immense, and the government treating weed like opiates is going to do nothing but prevent people from getting their medicine, rather than the idea of weed as an addictive, damaging. It needs to be viewed as a cure to opiates. I say all that to say that we've been here, and what I see is a whole lot of agendas. I see a lab coat cartel getting paid for by the law enforcement community to come from New Jersey to talk about whatever he's talking about. He's not even from South Carolina. He obviously never read the bill. He's talking about adult use. They didn't even prep him in what he's doing up here. We care about this stuff, okay? We're from South Carolina. We give a shit. Okay, I give a shit, and I'm going to make this change. And we are going to eventually, when this bill gets right, I mean, we're talking about cancer, multiple sclerosis, neurological disease. We're really going to sit here and say, no, we're going to vote against that. We don't want to help people with those diseases. That's crazy. That's morally reprehensible. It is to vote against something that helps people like that when you're saying that you know more than their doctor and them about what is best for their health. That's crazy. That's insane. And this is insanity. It's insanity that 90% of people think medical cannabis should be legal, and we're even having this conversation. This is a must. The fact that the DEA put this at a Schedule 3, honestly, this should have been passed a long time ago, because now we're behind. The state of South Carolina is behind when it comes to the medical cannabis world from here on out, and we got to get in gear or we're going to be in behind. And that's what I have. Thank you.
Thank you.